like the most? Do you like proportions or do you like ratios? Because different people are different. Okay? Then you're going to come down and you're going to do this. You're going to know what B is. B is 90. If I know B and I know M, what's the equation of a line? Y equals mx plus b. So y equals m, which is negative 3 over 4 x plus 90. So how high is that zip line? If you're going to hang up your zip line, how high do you have to go? 90 feet. Right? So you have your equation, you have your height. Now how are we going to find your diagonal side? Now this one's easy. Some of them aren't that easy. Some of them you have to do Pythagorean Theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared, right? So some of them you're going to have to do a squared plus b squared equals c squared, right? In this case, C is your diagonal, big D. A is what? One of these sides, either 100 or 75. Okay? So you choose 75 squared plus 100 squared equals D squared. Now, I can do it a lot easier because I know that this C, this little c is 5. And we use 25 times bigger, right? So what's 25 times 5?
5.
Right? 125. If you have 5 quarters, how much do you have? $1.25, right? 5 quarters, $1.25. So that's another way you could have done it. Since this is a Pythagorean triple, you could have used your Pythagorean triple, right, to create your next level. So you could have used the ratio times the diagonal equals, times the little diagonal would equal the big diagonal, right? So in this case, 25 times, what was it, 5 equals 75. Oh, sorry, 125. What am I doing? 125. And so right here, we're getting 125 is your diagonal. So 125 feet of rope is what you need to buy in order to have your zip line. And then later on, we're going to talk about slack line. Okay? So we have to be able to do all of this first. And then we have to be able to go, okay, slack line is the next level. That's where we're going to, maybe not midterm, but before we go to the final, definitely. Okay? And what a slack line zip line is it gives it a little bit of slack. And what happens is you have a wire. I usually have a wire up here, and I can show you pretty easily. There you go. Right? So you have this person zipping down a line, right? So hold this for me. Right. You have this person zipping down a line, right? And there's really no stopping. It just slides down really fast. Whereas when you put a little slack in it like this, just hold it right there. Stop. Okay. See how it's got slack? Now when I go, it's going to stop. So this is called a braking system to keep you from slamming into the bottom. Does that make sense? Okay? Slack line means it has to be a little bit bigger by a certain percentage. Okay? That's where we're going to on the next problem when we get there. Alright? Questions on this one? You have 2 ways of doing pretty much everything. If you go with the ratio, a lot of times you can stick with that ratio here, as long as you know what that diagonal is. But if you got to do the Pythagorean theorem on the little guy, you might as well do the Pythagorean theorem on the big guy. You know what I'm saying? If it's not a Pythagorean triple, then just do the Pythagorean theorem. Okay? So, how are we doing? We good? Not good? Semi-good. Good? All right.